So for 2025, on the 90th anniversary of Monopoly, Hasbro once again has revamped the standard $20 set, the mass-produced set they sell in stores. And this is one of the best redesigns I've seen. First, you may notice on the box, it's actually a throwback to the cover from the 70s and 80s with the car on boardwalk and the dice there. But let me tell you what makes this amazing. Starting would be the bank. Now, the normal standard set, the bank would just be a tray where you can divide the money, but this new set is what you used to get on the older deluxe sets from 20, 30 years ago, where you can put all the money here, set up all the properties here, and it has a lid. So look, you can move it around, and nothing falls out of place. So you don't have to get a bunch of Ziploc bags to keep everything nice and tidy. The title deed cards are now back to the style they were before as far as the length and the width, but they are modernized with a whole new look. They use the green houses, a little red for the hotels when it comes to the rent. The community and chest and chance cards are back to orange and yellow, and the 3D CGI Mr. Monopoly artwork is all gone, and they've gone back to 2D artwork, which it's not the artwork from the 30s up until like the mid 2000s that they used for decades and decades, but it is inspired by that old artwork. And the community chest cards are bigger as well. I actually do like this change. A couple more of examples here. The houses and hotels have been redesigned. They were redesigned in 2021, I believe, and they were smaller then. Now they're larger, but they're not the old plastic houses. There's no chimney or kind of doors, anything on them, but they are larger than they've been in the past. And when it comes to the tokens, they are 20% larger. I have these smaller ones from a much older set of the dog. Here's the dog on the new set. If you kind of look at them, they're 20% bigger. Here's the race car from a much older set, and then the same race car on this brand new 2025 edition. So you're getting like much larger tokens. The money now has Mr. Monopoly, aka Rich Uncle Pennybags' face on it. Let's look at the new board. There's a lot of interesting changes, but nothing too radically different. Starting with the corners. Of course, since 2005, the Go has been black. That's pretty much the same. But let's look over here to In Jail Just Visiting. It's not the same artwork. It's all been like slightly redone and touched up. Free parking, where nothing happens. There is no money, but the artwork is redone. Like there's a white bezel here. And the police artwork, the go to jail guy is also touched up quite a bit. And it's obviously redrawn, like, you know, it's not the original artwork, but it's obviously inspired by it for like cleaner, I would say a cleaner look. The actual property spaces are a different color. I'm not mean the color groups, I mean like the surface here compared to the green here. It's like I think almost like a lighter green with some, might be hard to see here, but some waves for a little texture, which has never been done before. The railroads are darker than any other space. As you can see here. And Hasbro has a logo here. So you're seeing on the four corners, because that's actually how Hasbro trademarks it. So, but it looks really good, and it looks a little less bland, but not too obnoxious either. So it really looks good. It really looks really nice and revamped. So what do I think overall? Again, as I said in the beginning, I'm very highly impressed. The new bank tray, actually more than the bank tray, the full bank is like the biggest addition to this. Because as I mentioned earlier, decades before, you just got a little strip where you kind of divide the money by denominations, and you had no storage for anything else other than the box. The box is slimmer, it's a square shape, so it's easy for storage and easy for travel. This is probably going to be my in case of emergency game I'll carry in the trunk of my car when it comes to this. So if you haven't had Monopoly in a while, or your set's like getting old and you need a new copy, it's only 20 bucks, and I feel like this was an upgrade compared to some of the last standard editions they put out in the last bit. So I think it to go. 20 bucks.